What is up, horror fans? Welcome back to another video. Now I know it's been a few weeks since I posted my last video, but we're back, and yesterday I went and saw Scream 7. So, we're going to talk about that. But before we do, I want to thank the people subscribing to this channel and making me want to make more videos, because it's all because of you guys that I want to make these videos, man. So if you guys keep subscribing and keep engaging with my content, I will keep putting out content for you guys to enjoy. But I'm sorry I haven't been uploading in the past couple of weeks. I've just had stuff to deal with regarding high school and stuff like that. I'm very close to my high school graduation, so yeah. Otherwise, let's get right into talking about Scream 7. Because Scream 7 is an insane movie. It really is. And a few of the kills are really, really gruesome. And just to let you know, warning, we will have heavy spoilers here in this video, so if you don't want to hear those spoilers, I'm going to suggest you click off this video and go watch another one, or you can go watch Scream 7, then come on back to this video and listen to me blab about it for about 10 minutes. But that being said, Scream 7 is a pretty... Scream 7, mwah, chef's kiss. I freaking love Scream 7. I love the movie. Man, I love it. I know I've only watched it once so far, but I love it. And I will watch it a second time, but that second viewing will probably be analysis-based. Because I like to analyze the movies and then talk about them a little farther in Bloodbath Horror Talk. But this is just my little review on Scream 7, my little thoughts and opinions. So, yeah. But other than that, so a lot of the kills are brutal. Including one of my favorite kills, which I have to say by far is when Ghostface stabs that one dude through the head in the Mocker house. And it's gruesome, dude. It really is. Like, you don't expect it. And at that scene, I nearly lost every single bit of my popcorn. Another scene that's fairly brutal takes place in the auditorium when I believe Megan it was and her friend are practicing for a show, and it's like Megan or Allie or something. I can't really remember her name. I'll have to look it up, and I will correct myself in the comments. So be on the lookout for a pinned comment down below when I correct myself, inevitably. But, other than that, yeah, so she's swinging from this thing. They can't get it right, so they have to practice it after everything, you know. So they're practicing, and then you hear this thud sound, which clearly is her friend dying. So, that being said, her friend's dead. You know she's next up on the chopping block. So, Ghostface starts swinging her around the exact same way they did when the show wasn't going very well in the first place. Ghostface just starts swinging her around. He's off. It's all going to hell. So as she's swinging, Ghostface decides to walk down a flight of set stairs, walk onto the stage, and start slicing at her. He slices into her arm. He slices into her leg. Then inevitably holds his knife up above his head just far enough for him to gut her while she is hanging there. Now, that scene scarred me in a good way. The scene where Ghostface stabs that dude through the head in the Mocker house. His name being Scott. That scene also scars me in a good way. Another couple of scenes that really scar me in a good way is after the reveal when one of the Ghostface killers has been killed. So Sidney and Tatum are tending to Mark after realizing that he is still alive, and these two other Ghostface killers have stabbed him nearly to death. And forgive my other Ghostface mask for not being on the wall behind me there. I wore my Ghostface costume to the premiere last night, and it was awesome. But other than that, yeah, after realizing Mark is still alive, they kill this female Ghostface partner, and then she runs off into Sidney's garage, Sidney following close behind, and what I can only assume, because we never see Tatum jump up and run behind Sidney, but I can only assume that Tatum is close behind. when it comes to their mother-daughter bond. Tatum Evans and Cindy Evans, they don't really have that strong of a bond in the beginning of the movie, but their bond tightens within the end of the movie. But I think they were running together, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But I feel like Tatum was just... I'm actually just going to say I feel like Tatum was close behind Sydney, so this is why this scene took place. But other than that, Sydney ends up in the garage with this ghost face, or, well, not really ghost face, this newly revealed ghost face, and they're battling it out, and Sydney has this ghost face on the ropes, and this ghost face is finally incapacitated, but then Tatum runs in, and this ghost face gets up for the signature one last scare. Now, Sydney and Tatum completely fucking decimate this ghost face's face. They literally leave this newly revealed ghost face faceless. And, fair warning, this is at the end of the movie, and again, spoilers, but, like, fuck, dude. That scene legitimately scarred me in a good way. Like, that scene will never leave my mind. I mean, I've never seen that before. I mean, we've seen Billy Loomis get shot in the head. We've seen Mickey Altieri get shot. We've seen Roman Bridger get shot in the head. We've seen Charlie Walker and Joe Roberts. Joe Roberts was defibrillated. Charlie Walker was, I think, shot. I don't really remember correctly because I haven't seen Scream 4 in a while. Scream 5, Richie Kirsch and Amber Freeman. Amber Freeman shot and burned. Richie Kirsch shot, or actually maybe even stabbed to death. Wayne Quinn and Ethan Bailey all viciously stabbed to death by Samantha and Tara Carpenter. And then we get to Scream 7, which happens to be the most brutal deaths in the franchise, in my opinion. Okay? Because Scream 7 has some brutal deaths, but it is an awesome movie. Every act in that movie is pretty good, except for the reveal. The reveal is really where it went to shit for me. I'm like, this is a fucking sucky reveal. Like, in the theater, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I look over at my buddy Damien, who happens to be with me, I'm like, dude, this reveal fucking sucks, man. This reveal sucks. And he agreed with me. He amazingly agreed with me. The reveal sucked, man. It really did. I'm like, what the hell is this? But, with all that being said, we will talk more about Scream 7 in next weekend's upcoming episode of Bloodbath Horror Talk, so stay tuned for that. But again, I will correct myself on the name of the girl who was killed in the auditorium in Scream 7 when I Google it later. But I will correct myself on that name, and you will see that in the pinned comment below. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, become part of our little horror show here, and we will see you in the next terrifying upload. Have a good day, guys.